Thanks very much, Jenna. Susan Wehrle, public health nutritionist from the WRHA, joining us this morning to talk about food labels, some marketing tricks, and something called the halo effect. What is that?
Well, the halo effect, Courtney, is just the first impression we get from food based on the claim words on the box or the pictures. And it kind of gives us an impression of good health or good feelings towards the product.
Okay, so we have some common items here, ones that you likely throw in your shopping cart when you're at the grocery store, and you were going to show us what we should actually be looking for.
Yeah, I just went to the store and I picked out labels that I thought kind of looked good, and I thought there's something to share about all of them. So I picked out this one to start with because it has a great picture. It looks good, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
So what this label says is that it's a good source of fiber and potassium, and that if you had 17 of these fruit gummies, you would have 2 servings of fruit. And is that actually the case? So I guess what I'd like to share is this is 17 gummies, and I could go through that pretty quickly in a serving.
Like that, yeah.
Just like that. To have the equal amount of sugar, you could eat this many strawberries. So lots of concentrated sugar in this product that actually sticks to your teeth, where the sugar in the fruit would not stick to your teeth. And there's only 25% of the fiber in the fruit gummies that you would get in fruit. So you get so much more fiber, the sugar doesn't stick to your teeth, and there's more trace nutrients in the fruit. So it's not an actual comparison.
Okay.
Although it looks good, doesn't it?
It does. It looks like it's just fruit, but important to look past that.
Yeah.
And see kind of how things even out with the actual real fruit. Okay, so let's talk about these here.
Okay, so what's your first impression about these when you look at this?
That they are healthy, they're good, organic. I would say they look like they're organic.
Okay, and that would be my first impression too. So are they organic? The word organics on the top of here is actually the trademark name. That's the company name or the brand name. And so that doesn't mean it's organic. So I think that, and certainly when I see these products, I think, oh, that must be organic. So interestingly, on the soup broth, there is a logo put on here by the Canadian Food Inspection Agency that does ensure that it's 95% organic. So that label that you can see here is actually an organic label. So this is 95% organic. This wouldn't be because the organics label is not, or the organics label is not on it. However, is it a good choice?
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah, it's good.
If you look at the nutrition facts table, this broth has 800 milligrams of sodium per 1 cup. That's a third of the salt that you could have in a day. That's way too high. If you looked at other broths in the store, you could find one that has less than that, and that would be I would say that's a better choice. Okay. So that's just something to remember.
Let's move on to this one because I like what you told me about a study in Alberta based on this guy here, Mr. Quaker.
Mr. Quaker, the Quaker man. There was a study done in Alberta of Alberta children, and they all said, without exception, that if that Quaker man is on the box, it is a healthy choice. They were all pretty sure about that. So it doesn't matter what the product is. If that Quaker man was on the box, then it must be healthy. So that extends to children make their decisions about what's healthy and what's not, kind of based on the spokes character. So you could have an animated grape or a Disney character or something that they respond to, and that will help them make their decision as to whether they think they're eating something healthy or not.
And these are not good because they have way too much sugar.
Well, it's not that they're not good, it's just that it's more like a cookie. When I look at that picture, I think, oh, fruit and nuts and
get
quinoa,
everything you need, yeah.
Great. And it's not that it's bad, it's just that know that it's more like a cookie. There's about the same amount of sugar as a cookie. There's in fact more sugar in one bar than there is fruit and nuts. Ooh. So it's not that we should never have them. Any food is good in moderation, but just know that you're choosing something that's more like a cookie.
Okay, very quickly, juice. It's only juice if it says it's actually juice.
That's right. It has to say the word juice on the container to be juice. Otherwise, you can't put the word on it. So this, I think, is a marketing of what's not in this product. There's no aspartame, there's no artificial flavors, there's no artificial colors, but it's artificially sweetened. And there's pictures of fruit on it, but really it's just a drink with artificial sweetener.
You got to look through these labels. Long story short, nothing compares to the real deal.
That's right. It has a halo effect all on its own. This is what they put pictures on products for. This is the real thing, and it doesn't need a label because it has a halo around it already. It's just so good for us.
So if you can do this, absolutely the best option. Thank you so much, Susan.
You're welcome.
You're thinking twice you're walking down those grocery store aisles. More BT coming up. Stick with us.